Thank you, Mr. Ji. I think it is matter of privilege to talk to IT industry, maybe IT industry in Ireland, maybe virtually due to COVID situation and all. But it is always privilege to talk to the industry from the country like Ireland, which Mr. Ji has mentioned, that very promising, working a lot of technologies. I mean, this is really I feel very privileged to be part of this talk. As far as STPI is concerned, STPI, as Mr. Rajesh told, it has been created in 1991. At that time, major issues were how to export software from India to other parts of the world. And I think STPI had played a very important and major role. Important issues were it was requirement of connectivity, there was a computers, mainframe computers, they were very costly. So this was the second. And third was a lot of clearance has to be taken from various ministries. And STPI very successfully done all these three things. We have not worked as a regulator. In fact, we have worked as an enabler, facilitator. So it also shows that once you are working as an enabler, you are working as a facilitator, not as a regulator, then industry can grow, and today it become $227 billion US industry, just because we always become the enabler. So these three major problems at that time were solved by STPI. We have taken some time, we have allowed people to put their gateway stations. We have also taken bandwidth on transponder so that our software created, designed in India can be exported to other parts of the world, especially USA. Similarly, we have taken mainframe computers so that people can come and work from the office itself, STPI offices. And we have also introduced, even at them, today people are talking about the single window clearance system, but we have introduced this way back in 94, 95 itself, that you have to come just at one place and all clearance, whether your foreign remittance, whether your soft tech certificate, everything can be done through single window. So this is the thing we have done, and as a result of that, today we can see that we have 227 billion ITS industry, and out of that 178 US million dollar we are exporting. So now, when it comes to now, what is new and how we are looking from other country and collaboration from the other countries, especially country like Ireland. Today our focus is on software product mainly. So, though we have done a wonderful job in service industry, but even today, if we see we have only 13 billion US dollar when it comes to software product. And that market we want to increase, and that can be increased with the collaboration with the progressive countries like maybe Ireland. And if you want to develop a software product, naturally it takes a long time. It is more larger gestation period. It requires more government support, more collaborations. And for that, we have also now working more on, you can say, startup ecosystem to create technology, especially startup ecosystem in the country. And we have, for that, we are having multiple schemes. One scheme, which is DPIIT, Department of Promotion and Industry, has already introduced that you can register as a startup and you can get multiple benefits when you are applying for any tender or for taxation or for application. Number of benefits has been extended to make it more easier for a startup to work in this country. So we have more than 70,000 startup has been registered with DPIIT, and more than 25,000 startups are in technology sectors. And now Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology along with STPI is of the view that all technology startup which is working under Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology should come under one umbrella. And that umbrella they are called as its name has given being Genesis, which has been inaugurated recently by our Honorable Prime Minister on 4th of July at Ahmedabad, it's Gandhinagar. And that is called Genesis, which is Generation Next Support for Innovative Startup. So all the mighty Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology schemes of startup related to technology will come under this. And at present, as a STPI, we are running multiple schemes. One scheme is called Center for Entrepreneurship by STPI. And these 25 Center for Entrepreneurships are all over the country. And these Center for Entrepreneurship are generally domain specific. Like we can say that in our one of the states called Uttar Pradesh, Lucknow, we have one center which is fully devoted to medical technology, medical electronics, which is called MedTech. Similarly, we have one at Chennai, which is another state. In Chennai, we have our startup is called FinTech. So like, as you said, Ireland has more focused on FinTech. We can go into collaboration directly with that very startup, with some startup ecosystem which is working in FinTech in Ireland. We can collaborate it, we can coordinate, and we can, our startup people can go there, they can learn, they can back to this kind of the MOU can, we can always work out on that. Similarly, we have one CO is at Mohali, which is another state, Chandigarh, there, which is working on artificial intelligence, big data analytics. So there are multiple Center for Entrepreneurship, and we have advantage, as Mr. Raji told, we have all India presence. As on date, 62 centers of STPI are working all over the country, which covers almost all states of this country. And 22 centers are being created for further enhancement of the STPI activity. And out of those 62 centers, we can convert each and every center into Center for Entrepreneurship on different domains. And out of those 62 centers, 54 centers are in our tier 2, tier 3 cities. So in fact, when we are getting present in tier 2, tier 3 cities, ultimate objective is that this IT industry should now shift to tier 2, tier 3 city. We want that reverse migration, because tier 1 cities are being congested. They can more focus on maybe software product, more on data centers type of the thing. And the industry which is providing software services, ITS services, then can be shifted to tier 2, tier 3 city, which can generate more employment in tier 2, tier city. And so, as you know, India's biggest asset is the human resource. So unless we are able to use our whole human resource for the purpose, for the technology, for innovation, for betterment of the country, for betterment of the world, there is no, then it only serves the purpose. So this tier 2, tier 3 cities, we have a concrete plan to shift our software industry to tier 1, to tier 2, tier 3 cities. And tier 1, our focus is more on software product, which is in the form of the Center for Entrepreneurship. In fact, one of the startup scheme is called Next Generation Incubation Scheme, which is exclusively for tier 2 and tier 3 cities. That scheme is focused on 20 locations, 12 locations of the country, which is all locations are in the tier 2 tier city, where we provide seed funded to any startup who comes there. And also we provide incubation space, because we have STPI locations there. So we provide incubation space to them. We provide seed fund to them. We also provide mentorship to them. So uniqueness of our startup ecosystem, which is different from other incubator, is that this is whole industry driven. We hardly intervene in that. We are just providing administrative support to them so that it can run smoothly, frictionless, and the innovator, entrepreneur, new entrepreneur, they can work on that. That is the whole objective. So when we open startup center in anywhere in the country, we first appoint a chief mentor to that. That chief mentor at least guide them, inspire them, and tell them what not to do. I mean, the biggest issue with the startup to convert their product into the product to commercialize is that they make multiple mistakes, and that mistakes are repeated by everybody. So this objective of putting chief mentor at all places is that at least they used to tell them, please don't do it. I mean, in this manner, you can only do your product in the lab. It may not be commercialized. So this gap between converting product into lab to commerce or business, this job is done by generally chief mentors, and they are very well doing. We do bootstrapping, we do a lot of things. As you said, our success, because we are new maybe in the startup thing, so our success rate is maybe 1 to 2%, as you said. But we are hopeful that will definitely increase very soon, and especially when we will have collaboration, friendship with the country like Ireland, who has 16% of the startup rate. So we can learn from them what is missing in our system. That is why we are not able to achieve that. I mean, so such collaboration is most welcome. We are open to it. We can go for any collaboration, maybe institution to institution, maybe university to university, maybe COE to COE. We would like to go there. Everybody is welcome here. Whatever we can learn, we have done wonderful in software service industry. We want to repeat the same in software also. This is our aspiration, this is our vision, this is our mission. And similarly, we also want to work more on data centers, because as you know, everybody, that now we are generating a lot of data, and really our whole data centers are not that in our country. It is going, some data is residing in Singapore, some data may be residing in USA, some data may be residing in Europe. So we also have the vision, or we also have the aspiration to become a data center, at least hub of data center for this very area where we are there. And so government is working on that. We have already done industry consultation on a data center, how to incentivize data centers in India. And that policy is in it can come any day. I mean, industry consultation has already been done. Similarly, for software product, we already have our national software policy of 2019. We are working towards that, and we want to collaborate that. I mean, this is the main thing is the software product cannot be done without collaboration.
Yes.
When you want to give the service you can do. One company sitting in India can serve to all over the world. But when you want to create product, then you need what other people are doing. I mean, this is more important than when it comes to service industry. So software product, become leader in software product, number one. Number two, shifting our software service industry from tier 1 to tier 2, tier 3 cities. And three, becoming the data center hub for this region. These are the three important mission or objective or goal we have for the STPI as of now. And to achieve these goals, whatever Ireland can extend the help, we are willing to take that help. And whatever is required by the Ireland from our country or from STPI, we are more than willing to participate in that. Thank you very much. Okay, so your first thing is with respect to data center. I think Ireland has introduced multiple energy efficient method for their data center. What are those methods and how those can be implemented in this country? We want to learn from Ireland. If there are some companies who is working on energy efficient systems, I think we can learn from them, we can partner them, or they can also standardize our data center. So energy efficiency could be one, because you were lacking you are deprived of the energy, I must say. You are having less energy, so you have created, you know. So innovation has happened when you have something which is really problematic to you. So you have created number of methods which is most energy efficient for data center. Those processes, those methods, those technology we want to learn from you. That could be from the data center. This is number one. Number two, as far as model of startup ecosystem is concerned, we have done something with France, where we have, it's called, you must have seen, there's a Viva Tech, which is event which happened for the startup system. Yes. So what we can do is, if we can provide a list of new startup ecosystem like fintech, in which field they are working, there could be some similar companies who is working on fintech in the Ireland also. Like we can share our UPI model, which is India stacks, number of India stack. And the important collaboration could be in terms of data sharing, sandbox. So we have created a very good sandbox in India, which has access to almost many banks. I'm saying number of banks has collaborated, like maybe HDFC Bank. So number of banks has given their data for testing the fintech product. Similarly, we also have MOU with number of hospitals which is working on medtech. So we have collaboration with number of hospitals, like we have collaborated with Sanjay Gandhi PG Institute in Lucknow. They are providing lot of data of the patient. They are also allowing this product which has been created in medtech to be tested in their hospital.
Excellent.
So such collaboration where Ireland is doing either with respect to health or with respect to maybe finance. So some product, maybe we are developing some product, you may also be doing the same product. Yes. There could be reputation of the product, better to have the different parts of it. I mean, this could be a second collaboration with startup ecosystem in this country.